Hey guys, how's it going? In this video, we are going to look into cool Mac terminal commands. I'm a kind of a person who lives inside my terminal about 50% of the time. You can basically do all of the things that you do in the graphical user interface from the terminal. Okay, we'll first look into basic commands to read files and then create directories. And then we'll look into how to install and uninstall applications. We'll also learn about basic network and processes command. I hope you guys find this video useful. Please subscribe. All right, so we are going to start with a really basic command for now. Before doing that, most of your Mac computer comes with a terminal built in. So if you do a spotlight search, or you can also be able to find your terminal on the dock below. And if you search for the terminal, you should be able to get your terminal. I am using this third-party terminal called iTerm2, and I have few basic customization that I like. All right, so the first thing is we will check which folder we are in right now. So for that, I will type a command pwd. The full form of this is present working directory. So right now I am logged in as a user Sachit add, and I am on what we call a root directory of my user account. Okay. Now let's see what are the files and directories on that directory. So ls is a short form of list. If I click ls, then it will give me all the files and directories inside users Sachit AD. Okay. Now what if I want to go to test? To go to test, I will use this command called cd. Cd is also known as chdir, and it is used to change the current working directory. Okay. All right, so let's confirm that I am inside the test right now. All right, good. So as you can see, I'm inside user Sachit AD test. Now I want to go back. So I will do the same thing, changing working directory, because I want to go to another directory, and I will type in 2 dots. That will tell me go 1 step back. Okay. Again, guys, so now I am in my home directory. Okay. I can also list out all the files and directories consist in the test by doing this. Right now inside test, I have 2 directories and 1 file, hi.py. Let me go inside test again. Let's do ls, and I can also list the files and directories in like a full format, okay, like in a detailed format. And for that, I will type in, I'll give an option -l, and then I will hit enter. As you can see, it gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 information. So the first thing is a permission for the particular file or directory, and then it will give me how many files are inside there, and it will also tell me which account created that folder directory, who is the owner basically, and the status of that user is staff. So basically I'm a staff, and this is a file size, and this is the date on which this file was created, and this was the time, and this is the directory name, of course, right? So now let's so for this, I can see the file size, but I can't really know, it's a bytes actually. So I have to do a conversion in my head to find out what's the actual size, right? I'm used to saying kilobyte, megabyte, or gigabyte. So for that, I will add in another option, LH, and then it will tell me, okay, this is 64 bytes, this is 64 bytes, and this is 0 bytes. Now, if I want to clear everything what I have in my terminal right now, I will do clear. That's it. Everything is gone, and I can also do reset. This is basically like restarting your terminal again. Okay, here we go, guys. All right, so now let's go into a bit more advanced topic. We will learn how to create a file and directory. Now first, let's check which directory I'm in. So I'm in user Sachit ID test. Now what I want to do is I want to create a file. For that, I will use this command called touch, and I will name my file. So for now, I can call my file, programming race.txt, right? That's it. And I will add some content to the file. I have this text editor called BIM already installed on my computer, but don't worry about it. I just want to show you guys how to read the content of the file. Okay. All right. So let's do ls again. I can see programming race.txt. Now I want to read the content of that file inside the terminal. For that, I will use a command called cat. Okay, if guys love cat, you'll never forget this command. There we go. The content inside programming race.txt is high content. Okay. Now let's learn how to delete the file. To delete, we will use this command called rm. It's called remove. And I will just enter my file name. All right, let's validate if my file has been deleted by entering list or ls. Here we go. We don't have that file anymore. Now that might be a bit tricky for me, because sometimes I can delete file accidentally. So what I want to do is I want to delete the file in an interactive way. What I mean is, let's add a option -i, and then let's try to delete hi.py, and now it will ask me, am I really sure if I want to delete the file? I can say no. This will exit, and if I say yes, the file will get deleted. Okay. Now let's learn how to create a directory. All right. So by directory, I mean folder, guys. If you use that terminology, what I want to do is I want to create a directory called programming race. Let's call it folder. Okay. And let's verify if the directory has been created. Yes, it has been created. Now I want to go inside programming race, and I want to create a file in there. Okay, now let's try deleting that directory. We already know a remove command, right? All right, let's try. Nope. So you can use a vanilla or a basic rm command to remove only file. So if you want to remove a directory, you have to give an option /r to remove a directory. Okay. Let me try that, and let's see. Yep. All right. The directory has been deleted, and it of course will delete every files inside that directory. All right. So just to recap, let me create two directory again. So the first one, I'll call it test1. The second one, I'll call test2. Now what I want to do is I want to copy a directory test1 inside test2. Okay. for that, I will use a command cp. All right, so test2. Let's see if that works. All right, so cp again is used to copy a file. If you want to copy a directory, you will use the same /r like you did in rm command. Okay, now if I do that, all right, now if I go to test2, I should be able to see test1 directory in there. There we go. What if I want to move it? So if I want to move it, let's create another directory here, and let's say if I want to move test2 to test3, it's done. I will use command mb, and test2 is not here because I moved that to test3. Let's verify that, and if I do ls, there we go, test2 is in here. All right, because we copied test1 inside test2 earlier. Now let's move into network and processes. Okay, so let's find out if my internet currently is working or not using a command. You guys might have already used this. The command is called ping, and you can just type in a domain name, or you can even type IP. For now, I will ping into google.com to make sure my internet is working. All right, it's good. I'm getting a response here in like 130 milliseconds in average, so that's pretty good. Everything is up and running here. Now let's say I want to find more information about who owns this domain google.com. For that, I can use a command called whois, and I can give a domain name. I will say google.com. All right, so it will give me all sort of information about who owns this domain, and it will give me like a name server, country, and all sort of information, guys. Okay, here we go. Of course, Google is owned by Google LLC. The country is United States, California, blah, blah, blah. Yep. Now, let's say I have a remote server somewhere, right? And I want to go into that server using the terminal. For that, I will use a command called ssh. Okay. And then I will type in the username of the remote server, and then I'll also type in hostname. Hostname can also be an IP address, and then I'll click enter. Actually, I'm not sure if this server is up and running. Oh, actually it is. All right. So it didn't ask me for the password, guys, because I have SSH keys enabled and already configured in my laptop here. But it might ask you for the password. If a remote server is something that you go frequently, you might want to configure SSH keys. That will save you a lot of time to enter password. Okay. Now let's look into this command called process. Process will tell me what are the processes that are running in my computer right now. For that, I will use this command called ps. Okay, apparently just item 2. This will only tell me the current process. So I will, for process, I will use psax, and then this will give me all the processes that's running on my computer. As you guys can see, on the first column, there's a process ID. Okay, so let's say I want to close down some process. Let's say I want to close this application called Insomnia. Okay, so for that I will use a kill command. Okay, I just need to grab the process ID in here, and then yep, that's it. Now if I have a look again, I don't see Insomnia here. So this might be a bit tempting because there are a lot of lists that I have to manually search, right. So to simplify the process, I will use this another command called grep, grep, and with conjunction with ps command and grep command, we should be able to find out, we should be able to search the process we are looking after. Okay, let's do psax, and the other thing is filter. So this filter can be used to combine two commands. Okay, so the first thing that will happen is it will list down all the processes and then store that somewhere in the memory, and in conjunction it will also execute this command called grep, which is used to search that thing. So now I will list down all the processes that are being used by Chrome. Oh, quite a bit, huh? Not quite a bit, actually. There are 3 or 4 processes that is being run by Chrome. Good. All right. Now, there is one last thing, guys. Okay. Now, let's learn how to install and uninstall application using terminal. This can be pretty cool if you guys have never used it. So for this, we are going to use this amazing tool called Homebrew. Okay, Homebrew is it's free to download, and it's pretty easy to download on your computer. So just Google for Homebrew. I'll also put the link in the description below, and then basically just copy and paste that command in your terminal. So what this basically means is Homebrew is written in Ruby, and then curl is meant to download. So first it will download the installation file, and then the Ruby will execute and then install that script. Okay, run that script basically. After you do that, Homebrew should be installed on a computer. I, of course, already have it installed. Now, here we go. Now you should have access to this command called brew. Now, so you can use brew to basically install, update, upgrade, uninstall, and even configure your applications, which is really cool. Now I'm going to install this tool called YouTube DL, which lets me download YouTube videos from the terminal. Okay, I'm going to install that using brew. I might have that installed already, actually. All right, so looks like I already have YouTube DL installed. For you guys, it will say YouTube DL has been installed, and then you should be able to use this command YouTube_DL, and then you should be able to download YouTube videos on your computer. And what if you are sick of YouTube DL and you want to uninstall? It is that easy. You just type in brew uninstall and YouTube DL, and you should be able to uninstall. So you might be thinking, how do I know the name of the package, right? That's a good question, guys. So let's say if you are looking for something, what you want to do first is you want to search for it. Is in Google. And actually, there's also this website called Search Brew that will list down all the packages that are available in the brew. You can also do brew search in the terminal, but I guess it would be more easier on the web, right? Yeah, here we go. These are all the list, and if you are installing any third-party tool, they should also mention that on their website. They might say something like, you can install this package or tool using Homebrew like this, and then you'll just run that command in your terminal. Okay, that's it. All right, guys, that's it for this tutorial. I will put a link below in the description for all the text and commands that I mentioned in this video series. Okay, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Have a good one, guys.